Would you believe if I told you that an ordinary man straight up walked into a bank, befriended the bank manager, and managed to steal almost $242 million? Sounds impossible, right? Well, in August of 1996, one man claiming to be a magician managed to do just that. In the world of high finance, where transactions are meticulously scrutinized and security is paramount, one man defied the odds. Foutanga Babani Sissoko, a charming Malian businessman with an enigmatic smile, effortlessly navigated through the corridors of power and finance, captivating everyone he met. However, this charismatic figure orchestrated one of the most audacious bank scams in history, using nothing but his wit and the alleged power of black magic. He was the one who walked into a Dubai Islamic bank and walked out with $242 million, leaving the world stunned and mystified, and who, remarkably, has never faced justice for his crimes. This is the tale of how charisma, deception, and audacity intertwined to create a crime story that left the financial world in shock. Foutanga Babani Sissoko, also known as Baba Sora, was born in Dabia, Mali. From a young age, he was known for his smarts and his knack for getting people to see things his way. He wasn't born into wealth, but he had the magnetic charm and a deep understanding of the local traditions and beliefs. People in his village believed in magic and the supernatural, and Sissoko seemed to know how to weave these beliefs into his stories, making himself seem almost mystical. As he got older, Sissoko realized he had a unique gift for persuasion. He wasn't just another kid from the village. He was a natural-born storyteller and had a way of making people trust him. Despite not having much formal education, he learned a lot from observing the world around him and picking up bits and pieces from the elders in his community. Why did he turn to crime? Well, it's a mix of ambition and circumstance. Sissoko saw the disparity between the rich and the poor and figured out that playing by the rules wasn't going to get him very far. He dreamed of a better life, and the only way he saw to achieve that was by using his talents in a way that others might not have dared to. His upbringing taught him to think outside the box, and when he saw an opportunity to use his charm and wit on a much bigger stage, he took it. The Dubai Islamic bank heist was the ultimate gamble, a way to leapfrog from a life of limitations to one of immense wealth and power. It was risky, but for Sissoko, the potential rewards outweighed the dangers. Foutanga B. Sissoko's journey to infamy began with his arrival in the glittering city of Dubai in the mid-1990s. At first glance, Sissoko appeared to be just another wealthy businessman from Mali. He was well-dressed, exuded confidence, and had a convincing story about his success in Mali. Sissoko quickly integrated himself into Dubai's high society, using his charm and sophisticated appearance to gain trust of influential figures in the city. His primary target was Dubai Islamic Bank, a prestigious financial institution that was one of the cornerstones of Dubai's financial sector. Sissoko recognized that if he could get close to the bank's senior staff, he would have the opportunity to execute his grand scheme. His first move was to meet Muhammad Ayub, a senior manager at the bank, under the pretense of needing a modest loan in order to purchase a car. He was lacking the necessary credentials and income documentation due to his fresh arrival in Dubai. But that was no concern for Sissoko, because his charm and confidence persuaded Ayub to grant him the loan. To further enchant the bank manager, Sissoko invited Ayub to his apartment for dinner, promising to show him something extraordinary from his culture. Although it seems very strange and unprofessional, Sissoko told him that whatever he had in store would be definitely worth Ayub's time. Intrigued, Ayub accepted the invitation. This seemingly straightforward request was the initial step in a much larger and more complex plan. At the dinner, Sissoko revealed a smoke-filled room adorned with mystical objects. The setting was designed to impress, with luxurious furnishings and an atmosphere of grandeur that spoke of immense wealth and success. During the dinner, Sissoko made an astonishing claim that would become the cornerstone of his elaborate scam. He told Ayub that he possessed extraordinary abilities to magically double any amount of money. He spoke of mystical rituals and supernatural forces that could bring incredible wealth. Ayub, captivated by Sissoko's charisma and the allure of potential riches, was drawn into the narrative of magic and mystery. This belief in Sissoko's supernatural powers was crucial for the success of his scheme, as it made Ayub willing to invest large sums of money based on these fantastical promises. To test Sissoko's claim, Ayub brought 100,000 dirhams, approximately $25,000. Sissoko then performed an elaborate ritual that involved chanting, smoke, and darkness. The event was crafted with mysterious symbols, intricate displays, and captivating stories of spirits, all designed to reinforce the illusion of Sissoko's genuine magical abilities. After the ritual, Sissoko presented Ayub with 200,000 dirhams, seemingly proving his supernatural powers. This theatrical performance was not merely for show, but was a calculated effort to create an environment where Ayub would be convinced of Sissoko's mystical powers. The performance exploited cultural beliefs and superstitions, making the idea of black magic seem plausible and real. Through this elaborate display, Sissoko manipulated Ayub into believing that his investments would yield great returns, setting the stage for the massive Ponzi scheme that was about to unfold. Convinced by the elaborate deception, Ayub began to transfer substantial sums of money to Sissoko, believing that the funds would be doubled through magical means. This delusion led to a staggering series of transactions over the next 3 years, amounting to $242 million. From 1995 to 1998, Ayub made 183 transfers into Sissoko's accounts around the world. These transactions were not just small amounts, but involved massive sums of money. With the funds obtained from the bank, Sissoko could fulfill his dream of opening an airline for West Africa. He bought a used Hawker Siddeley 125 and a pair of old Boeing 727s, founding Air Dabia. Named after his native village in Mali, the establishment of Air Dabia was part of Sissoko's plan to launder the money and further project an image of success and legitimacy. As the Ponzi scheme continued, Sissoko used new investments to pay off earlier ones, creating the illusion of a profitable and successful venture. The scheme was marked by a web of 183 transactions, during which immense sums of money were moved into Sissoko's accounts globally. Simultaneously, he accumulated significant debts, which were paid off by Ayub, leading to severe financial instability within Dubai Islamic Bank. The losses from Sissoko's scheme grew to such an extent that they necessitated government intervention to stabilize the bank's finances. With the scheme unraveling in Dubai, Sissoko sought to expand his fraudulent activities to the United States. He opened new bank accounts and strategically married a Citibank employee to facilitate the transfer of over $100 million into his control. This marriage was part of his plan to establish further financial connections and opportunities. In Miami, Sissoko lived a life of extreme luxury, buying expensive cars, extravagant jewelry, and maintaining multiple marriages. This lavish lifestyle was meant to project an image of a successful businessman, further masking the reality of his fraudulent activities. However, his criminal activities eventually came to light, leading to his arrest in Geneva. Despite Sissoko's efforts to maintain the illusion of success, his extravagant lifestyle and frequent travels eventually began to raise suspicions. Bank auditors noticed irregularities in financial records and initiated an investigation. This investigation revealed the full extent of Sissoko's fraudulent activities, uncovering a sophisticated Ponzi scheme where new investments were used to cover the returns promised to earlier investors. The auditors discovered that Sissoko had embezzled $242 million from Dubai Islamic Bank. The exposure of the scam was a massive shock, highlighting severe weaknesses in the bank's internal controls and financial oversight. Sissoko's downfall began when he attempted to bribe officials to obtain military helicopters from Gambia. This failed attempt led to increased scrutiny from law enforcement agencies. He was arrested in Geneva, where he was trying to open a new bank account, and faced extradition to the U.S. in various legal lawsuits. In the U.S., Sissoko mobilized influential supporters, including former U.S. Senator Birch Bayh, to help with his defense. Although the U.S. government sought to hold him in custody, Sissoko was bailed out for $20 million. He was prosecuted for paying an illegal gratuity, served 43 days in jail, and paid a $250,000 fine. Shortly after, he was given early release in exchange for a $1 million payment to a homeless shelter, and he served the remainder of his sentence under house arrest in Mali. During this time, Ayub confessed to taking money from the Dubai bank and was sentenced to 3 years in jail for fraud. From 2002 to 2014, Sissoko served as a member of parliament in Mali, where he enjoyed immunity from prosecution. It is also alleged that he was ordered to undergo an exorcism to cure him from black magic. Even after his arrest, Sissoko's story did not end with his conviction. The complexities of international law, coupled with the lack of an extradition treaty between Mali and the UAE, allowed him to evade further legal repercussions. Diplomatic issues and his political immunity in Mali helped him avoid facing the full consequences of his actions. For years, Sissoko remained elusive, using his wealth and connections to stay out of reach of international authorities. Despite ongoing efforts by Dubai Islamic Bank to seek justice, Sissoko continued to evade capture, which sparked debates about the effectiveness of international legal frameworks for dealing with financial criminals. In a surprising twist, Sissoko reappeared in Mali in his 70s, where he downplayed his past actions. He claimed to have lost all his money and was living a humble life, presenting himself as a victim of unfortunate circumstances rather than the mastermind behind a $242 million scam. Despite his attempts to appear as a reformed man, Sissoko's story remained a captivating tale of deception and escape. His legend as a financial scam artist continued to fascinate the public, serving as a dramatic example of how financial systems can be manipulated. The $242 million scam had profound and far-reaching effects on Dubai Islamic Bank and the global banking sector. The massive financial loss inflicted severe damage to the bank's finances and reputation. The scandal triggered a financial crisis for the bank and highlighted significant vulnerabilities in the bank's system's regulatory practices and internal controls. Sissoko's cunning stunt served as a cautionary tale for financial institutions worldwide, emphasizing the need for vigilance and robust fraud prevention strategies to safeguard against elaborate schemes like his. Sissoko's motivations for the scam were driven by a combination of greed, ambition, and a profound understanding of human psychology. To this day, it's astounding how he skillfully exploited traditional beliefs and the concept of black magic to manipulate Ayub and others into believing in his fraudulent claims. His scam was a sophisticated blend of psychological manipulation and cultural exploitation. In 2018, BBC News managed to get a hold of him and convinced him to do an interview, but it seemed clear that the con artist skillfully managed to evade all questions related to his court case. He refused to relay any information regarding the matter. The primary victims of Sissoko's scheme were the senior management, employees, and shareholders of Dubai Islamic Bank, who suffered significant financial losses and damage to their reputations. On a broader scale, the scam exposed critical gaps in the global banking system's ability to detect and prevent such large-scale financial crimes. Sissoko exposed critical vulnerabilities in banking practices and highlighted the need for continuous vigilance and robust defenses against financial fraud. The ongoing impact of Sissoko's actions serves as a powerful reminder for institutions worldwide to remain alert and proactive in preventing similar schemes, ensuring that the mistakes of the past do not repeat themselves. Foutanga Babani Sissoko continued to live his life as a free man till his passing in 2021. Though his story will continue to intrigue and mystify those who hear it, the man who made $242 million disappear without a trace serves as both a legend and a cautionary tale, reminding us of the extraordinary lengths to which some will go in the pursuit of wealth and the ever-present need for vigilance in the face of cunning deception. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to Breakout Bank for more videos.